Okay, so this video should explain a little bit about why I'm going down to a post every other week from now on, because I think I may have been pushing it a bit hard. So on Saturday, my family and I all went to watch my oldest daughter perform with her choir in order to raise some money for their upcoming choir tour. And they were performing in the centre of town, in the town square. And it was a lovely day, but somewhat hot. And I think the heat may have been a factor in what then proceeded to happen, as it's not something I've experienced since I was diagnosed as epileptic in February. So I was standing there having a chat with a couple of friends who are also scout leaders with me. And at that point my arm started to spasm and I had a seizure. And I nearly fell over, and it was a cobbled surface, so it would have been very nasty. But luckily my friends were able to catch me and bring me to the floor safely without any injury. But after that it did start to get better, at least for the ladies in attendance anyway. As the most handsome paramedic in all of Hertfordshire turned up and arrived to check me over. And after a few minutes in the van, having all the usual blood pressure and ECG checks, I was deemed fit enough to go home, as long as I promised to take it easy. So that was a result. Didn't have to spend a day in hospital, which I was dreading, the A&E again. After I explained to him the previous times all they'd done was monitor me. So once my heart rate settled again, he was happy to let me go home. And they escorted me to the car, made sure I could get into my car in the wheelchair, because I'd actually walked from the car and Belinda had pushed the chair into the square so I had somewhere to sit. But unfortunately I couldn't get into the chair quickly enough when the seizure struck. So I don't really yet think like an epileptic. That's a problem, because when I started to have the seizure I didn't really react initially and recognise it for what it was, which is a bit of a problem. I don't know how I'm going to improve at that, because I don't want to have more seizures, but it's important that I recognise them when they happen early and quickly so I can get myself in a safe location. Anyway, we'll work on that. But anyway, I've since been in contact with the epilepsy nurse, who's already said we can up the meds a little bit. So hopefully that will knock it on its head. And obviously I'm now aware that heat is potentially a factor, and I shouldn't be standing for long periods chatting to people. I should make sure I'm sitting down if it's a hot day, obviously.